Greetings, beautiful viewers. This is Smitten, and welcome to another episode of Bronze League Bravehearts. Today, we are taking a look at my man, Stormy Stars, playing what looks to be mid. He's in Bronze 3, and looking forward to watching this game. I don't think I've ever spectated this person before. That is the mid position, which is my current main in Smite. I was ADC for like a year and a half or something like that, and then just recently, I've just been so tired of playing that in ranked that I just switched to mid. I was like, ugh. Whenever I get tired of a new role, I always just default back to mid, and I think everybody's a little bit like that. But anyway, so since I have been playing mid a lot lately, I know significantly more about the mid meta. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If this is your first time hanging out for a Bronze League Bravehearts, let me go ahead and explain to you what this series is doing. What it is doing is we're taking somebody from chat who is in Bronze League and looking to get just a little bit better. What this series aims to do is to get you to start thinking a little bit more, constructively, a little more analytically about the game, because when you're in Bronze, you've literally just stepped out of the chaos, the actual chaos that is casual conquest. Casual conquest is significantly different from ranked conquest because things make a little bit more sense in ranked. At least you're thinking just a little bit more about the game because it matters, because it's for points. So, thinking critically about conquest in your specific position. We're not looking at, we are spectating as individual player, and we will be doing a lot of tips for that player individually, but it's not necessarily coaching, and this isn't necessarily casting. It's that nice little gray area right in between, because we look at all the influential factors on your ability to play this game. So, very interesting. Who do we have for bans so far? Athena's still on the board. Why is this? Why is it that Athena's on the board still? She's so strong, man. Sometimes from what I hear from support players is they like to wait to see what the other support picks in order to try to like counter that. Athena can be countered by Geb, and Geb's been really popular lately. Janice. I guess Stormy's going to jungle. Ooh, even better. So much more action. Mid gets a lot of action, though. As far as, like, how busy your lane is, and busy by, like, how many people you have in your lane at any given point, mid's gotta be the busiest. Thor, Apollo, Vulcan. Ugh. Oh, that late game is gonna be gross. Vulcan mid, though? Or it could be a Vulcan solo. I did try that one time. It didn't work out too well. He's easily ganked. Very easily ganked. And usually you can just bait out his ult by getting him to use it while he's panicking, or what we call panic ults. Janice, Shibalake, Thanatos. That's got lots of early game. You got the Thanatos early game. He doesn't start falling off till around... Well, actually, Thanatos is very specific for kind of like his flow within the game, or his effectiveness in the game. If he gets a couple of really early kills, pretty close together, he can kind of snowball off of that pretty hard, all the way into the late game. Scythe just does stupid amounts of damage, but if he gets behind, then he's pretty much irrelevant for at least a little while. Amir being locked in over here. Athena is banned out. Athena, Serket, Kepri, banned out by the red team. Alquang, Bologna, and of course XT, our new god in Smite. He's a lot of fun to play in the jungle. If you are looking for something random to play that's a little bit more exciting, a little more challenging, pick up XT for jungle. I love it. His ganks are so much better than his support. He's Ares level of aggressive. I feel like XT got the kit that Ares was meant to have. You know what I mean? Because XT is very up in your face. Let's fight right now. And for the next 5 minutes. Like, his ability to stay in a fight is stupid too because of his passive. He gets a bonus HP 5 for every target that he hits with an ability. And it's insane. Like 46 HP 5 I think is like what I typically see on average. Yep, Geb picked up. Ooh, Geb's some Wukong though. Ooh, I like blue teams. I like their structure right now. Lots of mobility. Thanatos, Janice, Wukong. Oh my god. Wukong gets out for free all the time. You know, I played a chalk up against a Wukong the other day and wrecked him. only because I was out sustaining him. He had to back all the time, and so he just like kept getting pushed out because Chalk has that he has the ability to heal, so he can stay in the lane just a teensy bit longer. It is kind of a close fight though between Chalk and Sun Wukong. Everyone talks about how like useless Chalk is, and you know, when it comes to team fighting, he pretty much is. He pretty much is. Like, hit that ultimate, I mean, it silences you for what seems like to be an hour, and that can be pretty influential in team fights. But there's just something quite not right with him, and I think what it is his lack of hard CC. Typically, all the gods that you see that are like meta have like insane amounts of CC, or like something that you can really benefit, you know, to start like a CC chain off of. Like Geb's knockup. It's really easy to sync up abilities with Geb's knockup because the target stays in the same position that they were when they were getting knocked up. So it's really easy to like play off of that stuff. You guys are just lucky you weren't around for Focus in Smite. Focus days of Smite were ridiculous. Do you know what Focus did? It increased the duration of CC. And we're talking back when Focus was here, it was still closed beta at that time. It was in its dying throes whenever I first started playing the game, so I'm not super experienced in it, but anybody that remembers like Side Jungle and Green Buff, like, they're gonna remember Focus. It increased the duration of CC, so like Amir's freeze, if he built Focus, like, could last, you know, infinitely long. And CC, this is a really fast-paced game, so CC is a really big deal. Like, you'll see, let's look at somebody specifically. Like, Hades, his silence, whenever it's, like, max level, whenever you apply it to somebody who already has Blight on him, I think it's, like, a 2-second silence. And 2 seconds, you know, just at first glance, you're just kind of like, that's not a big deal, but 2 seconds is a long time, especially if you don't have beads or some way to get out of, like, what's coming next immediately. 2 seconds is an insanely long time in Smite. Like, your typical, like, team fights last anywhere from 15 to like 30, 45 seconds at longest. Or at least that's where they should be. Oh, it looks like, okay, Stormy is going to go Janice. Good. Janice is a lot of fun. Janice was my favorite mage for a really long time. And then Alposh came out, and then I just forgot all about Janice. And then Janice became, like, bannable again, which is really strange to me, because he's always been stupidly broken. People were on this, like, Poseidon hype lately. Or, oh my god, I'm so glad. Can we talk about that for just a second? How glad I am to not see Poseidons in my game anymore. I guess people were like, oh, well, if we pick Poseidon, they're just gonna get Janice, blah, blah, blah. I can't stand Poseidon. He's a nuisance to everybody on your team. Everybody. He's in everybody's face. You can't, like, it's really hard to catch him out because of his passive. He's so fast, especially if he activates Trident. You get cornered by that nerd, you're dead. He's trouble for everybody. ADCs, supports, like, solo jungle. He is a pain in the butt, and I'm so glad that he's not around anymore. I'd much rather deal with a Janice who can get out than deal with a Poseidon who's just constantly annoying. I guess what it boils down to is, like, Janice is just less, like, annoying. That's perfect. Alright, give me just a moment so we can get all of our stuff set up. Ooh, okay. Starting on the Orter side of the map, something that we talk about in every single mid video is the difference between the Chaos side and the Chaos and the Titan side. Oh my god, the Chaos and the Order side. Whenever it comes to the very first wave, if you'll follow my mouse cursor to the map, this is your red. Of course, you know this. If you're watching this, you probably know that that's a red buff. It provides you with power. Where when you are on the Chaos side, your red buff is right here. Now, look at the obstacles. If you are the blue side mage, or blue side mid, you have to get your red, and you have to go, like, way around this corner, through another bend, and through another really sharp turn, and then it just dumps you straight into lane after a little bit more travel. But whenever you are on the Chaos side, look, you get your buff, and you have it leashed right here, And you literally, it's almost a straight line going to mid. So Chaos, inevitably, if they do it right, Chaos mid will always have, well, their mid mage will always be there first. And that's what I find more often than not in these games. And I don't know if that's intentional or not. We should really interview some high-res nerds and be like, hey, did you know that that's not fair? It could be because Order side is typically the team with the higher elo, and maybe it's a way to kind of give the underdogs a little bit of a, you know, a chance or something. I don't even know if that was intentional, but it's definitely an effect of the environment. Looking at your start, very typical Vamp Shroud Lost Artifact. Lost Artifact has been used for several months now for mid. It's got that MP5. The +5 MP5 is everything in the beginning of the game. You start out, like, Janus starts out with 408 mana. So he's regenerating a rather large portion of his mana every 5 seconds, which is helpful. Janus isn't necessarily, like, all of his abilities, they aren't super mana intensive. I mean, unless you're just spamming them every single time they're off cooldown. He can actually be quite conservative with his mana, especially with the current mid meta, with the mid jungle rotations. Unfortunate that you hit it first. You can just leash it off quite easily, though. Yeah, very nice. Weird that Geb didn't use any abilities to help clear that. That's gonna put you even further behind whenever you get to the lane. See, Vulcan just, boop, he's already there. He's already using abilities. He's already clearing the wave. So you have to, on the Order side, take so much risk trying to clear the first wave. Look, pushed out, guaranteed. Once Janus's 2 is down, what is that called again? Unstable Vortex. Once that is down, it's really difficult to do anything. Alright, he's trying to contest over there for those right cams. If you pinged out left, then you made the correct decision. If he would follow you, oh, that's unfortunate. Sometimes you miss. Sometimes you miss with Unstable Vortex, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad that you decided to come do these mids instead of trying to push wave and then do lefts, because by the time that they have the rights cleared, you guys would have been having to deal with them contesting those mid camps. So very nice. Alright, I would have stayed for the wave. There is a lot of pressure there, to be fair, but you guys are losing out on experience. There you go. You're not going to get any of this gold. I don't imagine you're going to get any of this gold back. Just stay for the experience, if nothing else. I don't know why Thanatos decided to go gank so early. It's really rare to see a level 2 Thanatos go in and be like, yo, I'm here, I'm Thanatos. Look, he's dying right now. Why are you dying? You're gonna die. Somebody's gonna die. Really? Apollo! That's free! What's happening over here in duo? Oh no, what's happening in mid? No, what's happening to Stormy? Alright, very nice. Gonna get out. They're out of abilities. Level 4 engages, like, God. They're so frustrating because you can do so much poke and do so much damage, but it's never quite enough. Oh, you may die here. Keep running, keep running. Oh, nice portal. Very nice. Oh, get out, get out. Don't stay. Don't stay. Leave. Oh, Stormy, my man getting out of town. Vulcan probably could have ulted there, but it's probably way too late for the damage to apply to you. I'd like to see you pick up boots here. Did you get boots? What did you get? Wait, what? Oh, hold up. Okay, so we portal out. That was a really beautiful portal. Oh. And I like that you didn't turn around until you were after, like, past this part of the tower. It's very smart. On. Do you really? Do you buy purple? Oh, what? What? You bought purple? Purple pot. Oh, my goodness. Stormy, this is either insanely cocky or just you're unaware of what just happened. If you die at any point within the next like 300 seconds, you just wasted 450 gold. That's like tier 1 of your boots. Maybe instead of going for clear, I would have liked to see you go for the boots instead and get the power from that instead of on a consumable. I understand that there's a lot of pressure in lane, and if you can survive with this amount of health, ooh, I like the portal. Oh, baby, the damage coming in. He thinks he's getting out, but there's aw, you didn't have your ability available. That's unfortunate. Hey, but he did bring some mobile wards for you. I like that you made the first rotation. Whoever makes the first rotation in mid typically is going to be leading the lane, or leading like the ebb and flow of the lane, because like what do you know? Here, let's pause for a second. What do you know to do if you see your lane mate leave? We've discussed it several times here on Bronze Bravehearts, but we'll go ahead and talk about it one more time. What you're supposed to do if your partner leaves the lane is you're supposed to follow them, because they're rotating for something and you want to make sure that your team is okay. So if you see your mid dip out this way or towards Gold Fury, then he's either A, going for his red, going for mids, but you guys got mids, so you have a timer on it, so you know he's not there, or he could be going to gank left lane, to go gank your duo lane. So you should, to be safe, call out whenever they go missing. Just be, hey, what is it? VF2, enemies missing middle. It's wonderful. BGS is a wonderful system, and take some time to get to know it, because it's quite helpful, especially if you don't use curse. I mean, if you don't use curse, the courtesy that you can apply, that you can give to your team, is to learn the VGS. It helps with positioning. It helps to make plays. I mean, it's communication. So whenever you see them dip off, you should follow them. So that puts the other mid laner as more of a reactionary. And you're the one initiating the movement. You're the one initiating the rotation. So he's going to have to follow you. And if they know that you're going to keep moving around and rotating over a whole bunch, that's actually something that you can play with, because they're trying to figure you out. While you're in the laning phase, your enemy is trying to figure out how you tick, how you are as a performer, not as a performer, oh my god, as a player, individually. Trying to figure out your ebb and flow, how it is that you use your unstable vortexes, where it is that you're placing your portals, how often are you rotating, are you, contesting every single mid camp. So trying to figure you out. So if you get this pattern down for the first like 10 minutes of the game, you can like switch it up, use that knowledge, and do other things. Also, something that I see a lot, and that's something that I've started doing recently in mid, is getting a regular, just a basic ward, 50 gold, super cheap. Replace it, instead of getting maybe a health pot, pick up a single regular ward, place it right here in front of mid's tower. For the first, like on the first back, you should buy that one ward, because you're not going to have a whole bunch of gold on your first back, but you definitely have enough for a ward. And place it right here, so that way for the next 3 minutes, you can see exactly where their mid laner is. You don't have to worry about warding these corners right here, which are typically warded. Nobody places wards in the lane, so it's going to be really difficult to counter that. That's going to help you a lot with your vision. I hope you don't die, man. I hope this purple pot works out for you. I like that you're cleaning the way first. Alright, I'm assuming that you heard Thor over there getting these rights. But these lefts should be free. Assuming that Thor isn't a jerk and ults it. He is level 6 and his ult is available. I've seen Thors do that, man. That's so frustrating. Just dunk it for the, they just like dunk to get the gold from the mid camp. It just drives me nuts. Very nice. What he did right there is very subtle, and it's something that I don't think a lot of people use. Let's fast forward a little bit, because I want you to see this. Deuce, deuce, deuce. Yep, gonna get the camp. Auto, 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 unstable vortex, auto, 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 unstable vortex again. No, auto, auto, auto. Good for you. Coming back to the lane. Alright. Alright. So what do we see right here? We see Stormy rotating back to mid lane after securing the left mids. And he finds that the entire wave is still there, pushed right up against his tower. What do we not want to happen? You don't want to lose gold to your tower unless it's absolutely necessary. So Stormy here he's only got 607 health. And this is a full wave at 4.5 minutes. That's going to do some damage. It's not going to be nearly as much as you would take obviously when you're level 1 or 2. But it's still a significant enough amount to be concerned about Thor coming back in to rotate on you. Because the entire time that this wave is beating your ass, the enemy can see you. Not only can they see you on the minimap, but they can like see you from across the way. They can see your health bar, more importantly. So, if they see you taking a beating for absolutely no reason, that's something that they could benefit off of. And what Stormy does here is, oh man, I forgot to slow it down. What he did right there is he understood that he was going to take a bunch of damage, and he knew that he wasn't going to be able to clear it for sure. So he just brought the melee minions under tower, and then instead focused on these back archers. And that's something, if you have to lose a wave to a tower, let the melee minions fall and be more concerned about the archers. Since they're spaced out, they're the ones that you can save. That should be gold that you can secure. Weird positioning right here. You got purple pot. Be careful. Purple pot doesn't grant immunity to damage, in case you were wondering. Okay, still, I like that you're being very safe right now. These camps were still up for him, meaning that he didn't have a timer, so I like that he peeked around just to clear the timer. I mean, you're ahead of Vulcan. Hey, look at your Geb. What do we got for items? Oh, we got Fist! I'm so mad. That better be Fist. Hand of the gods, man. The only reason you would buy it is for Fist now. Oh, get out, son! Use your ult if you have to. You know the freeze is coming. You know that freeze is coming. Good, you got a portal. Portal is down, so... Okay. So that was a very tiny situation, but there is so much information that you can take out of it, it's ridiculous. So, what was Amir doing there? His whole entire goal was try to force... it was trying to catch you out of position, and if not secure a kill, then try to get you to blow cooldowns. So this Amir came up here, zoned you out right here, and started getting you to wiggle a little bit. You're kind of low on mana, and you've taken a little bit of damage, so you're feeling a little bit vulnerable, and you just portaled out. So what does that mean? Yes, you escaped with your life. Yes, you win in that specific instance, but what did you have to do? What did you exchange for that little encounter? You exchanged your escape. Now, granted, your ultimate is available, and that's something that they know because you went and ganked their lane. So you still have that one last escape left, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them trying to put a little bit more pressure on you to see if they can't bait that out. Instead, Geb's going to go in. Freeze is down. That's weird. Oh, weird. Weird. What? What did he think he was doing? Where was he? Where was Thor that whole time? Alright, he's at speed. We're watching Thor right now. We rewound it by a few seconds. So, he's over here getting speed. He's like, yeah, alright, where we going? Yeah, nope, I don't want those. They're next to their tower. Maybe we should engage. See, I told you, your escape is down, see, because you portaled in right there. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to gank right lane. Oh, that sucks so bad. You're like, oh, well, looks like we're going in on this nerd. Unfortunate. Alright, very nice shield. Thanatos is in a really bad position. Oh, so are you. Oh, Geb's gonna die. Geb's gonna die. And Thanatos got out, and you used your escape. You have something up in 2 seconds, but come on, man. Don't stay, don't stay. You have purple pot, man. Save the purple pot. Save it. Alright, you should leave. Okay, or you could do back camps. That is also acceptable. No, don't go back to lane. No. No. Bad boy. Alright?